Starting a new company with a new product in a new market is quite an adventure. I'd like to share 3 moments with you of that adventure, moments that I will never forget. Because some things go very gradually. In 2007, I started a company with 2 co-founders. We rented an office. We built our first product. In 2008, we signed an investor who put in 45,000 euros, his experience and his network. And our team grew to 8 people. And our first customers were very happy. I guess it was all building up to the first moment I'd like to share with you. November 19, 2009. That night, a Dutch national TV show was on the air. Starting entrepreneurs could pitch their idea in 60 seconds. I was one of those entrepreneurs. I was on TV.
Op het einde. Ik ben hier om mijn product te verkopen aan de jury.
60 seconden zijn voor jou.
Dankjewel. 60% van alle zakelijke gesprekken eindigt in voicemail. Dat is best wel een belangrijk contactmoment dus. Er wordt heel weinig mee gedaan. Iedereen heeft een saaie standaard begroeting. Waarom is dat eigenlijk? En kan dat niet beter? Met premium voicemail van Greeting is het mogelijk om voor iedereen een persoonlijke begroeting in te stellen. En dat klinkt dan als volgt. Beste Dirk Sauer, fijn dat je belt. Ik ben even druk met de marktintroductie van Greeting in Rusland, maar ik bel snel terug. Nou, je zult merken dat als je dat voor contacten instelt, dat mensen zich heel erg gewaardeerd voelen. Die maakt hen namelijk belangrijk. En dat geldt natuurlijk ook voor privécontact. Dat klinkt dan zo. Hey schatje, ik kan even niet opnemen, maar ik hou wel heel veel van je. Doei doei! En voor hele bijzondere mensen heb je natuurlijk ook een bijzondere begroeting. Okay. Hey Jort, ouwe pik. Leuk dat je belt, man. Ik ben even aan het shoppen in de PC, maar ik bel je snel terug. Nou, dat is heel makkelijk om zo'n begroeting in te stellen. Je toetst een telefoonnummer in, je koppelt dat aan een begroeting en voilà, je bent klaar. Nou, iedereen kan zich op de website aanmelden voor een gratis proefabonnement. En ik wil vragen van de jury of zij geïnteresseerd zijn. Dan sluiten ze direct naar de uitzending aan. Dankjewel.
Yo! The jury and audience loved me. I won the pitch competition. The day after, I was recognized on the streets. Newspapers called for interviews. This was my 15 minutes of fame. And we, the team, we were ready. Ready to conquer the world. Ready for success. March 29, 2010, just 4 months later. At 5 o'clock, me and my co-founders walked into the office. And we said, while looking at the newspapers at the wall that celebrated our promising future, I said to my team, I said, guys, we have to tell you something. And I told, we have to shut down the office. We're out of money. It's worse, we have a debt of 30,000 euros. So we have to fire all of us. You, the 3 of us. And the only way to survive the company is to continue, the 3 of us, 1 day a week from our home. I'm sorry, guys. Afterwards, I went home and I fell down on my bed. I punched my pillow. I said, why does this happen to me? Why did I fail? I put 100,000 euros of time and money in it. If you follow your dreams and you hold on, you will succeed. Why did I fail then? After a while, my neck started hurting from the position I was in. But there was something far more painful. It was the pain in my ego. It was the pain of embarrassment. It proved very difficult to share my embarrassment with my friends and family. It hurt me, talking about those mistakes. Because I made a lot of mistakes. You know what they say, a good product sells itself? Bullshit. I totally underestimated the power and the importance of sales. The time that a sales process needs before you close a deal. The effort you have to put in. And also, a pitch is just the beginning. You need follow-up. And you need people to trust in your company. When we talk with large corporations, they doubted us. And we thought they doubted our technical quality. But in fact, they doubted our ability to implement the product in their company. It's about implementation, not only technology. And I worked way too hard. I just thought entrepreneurship was all about working hard, no holidays, no weekends off. But the result was that I was tired all day long, and I wasn't sharp. I remember one meeting with a potential new investor. He was quick, he was sharp. And before I know, he presented a deal, and I shook his hand. But later, I couldn't deliver what I promised. And he got mad, pretty mad. With all my persuasion, I could prevent him from suing us. But it took me a lot of time, and the investment deal was over. I could tell for an hour about my mistakes, but I have to continue my talk. And so as with my life, because my life continued. I had to recover. And the first step in recovering was accepting that I failed and that I was in a situation which needed time to recover. I was overworked, I was broke, I was very low on self-confidence. So the first thing I did was allowing myself one day off to relax and to chill. Not that I could work more than 4 days a week, but it was very good that I allowed myself time to relax. And I also changed soccer teams. Instead of a football trainer who said, "Come on, Arthur, give everything you got," I just wanted to play with some friends, and I did, to enjoy the game. And I also started a new career, which helped me quite a lot. I started giving training and workshops, and that helped so much, because afterwards people gave me an applause. They valued my lessons, my insights on entrepreneurship and on presentation skills, and that was very relieving. I was good at something, I was. It also helped that in 2012 we were finally ready to sell the company. It was just a technology and a few customers, but we got a little bit of money from it, and I could close the chapter. And then I started to think, okay, what to do. And that's the third moment I want to tell you about. The 22nd of January, 2014. It was the day of my book launch. Just before I handed over my book to the publisher, I was asked, "Arthur, why did you decide to write a book?" And I said, well, a few years ago I started telling my story and telling the lessons that I learned from my mistakes, and people actually valued those lessons. And I thought, well, that's funny and that's strange, because why would you listen to someone who made a lot of mistakes? But apparently there were not those stupid mistakes that I thought they were. Apparently there were mistakes that everyone makes. And that's when I decided to write a book. It also helped that people thought it was interesting, how it ended. Would Arthur become a millionaire, or would he end up in the gutter? There was quite some excitement about that. But the most important thing was that I wanted to do something with this painful period, with this heavy period. Because I believe that there are 3 things you can do when something heavy happens. First one is to neglect it, ignore it. Works pretty well for 5 to 10 years, and then you have to go into therapy. The second one is to accept it, and that's very good. Then you deal with it yourself, you give it the place it needs. And the third one is to embrace it. And I try to do that. It's a strange thing, embracing your failure and your mistakes. It hurts in the process, but if you overcome it, it's so wonderful to share your life. Because at that moment, the 22nd of January, I celebrated my book launch, but also celebrated the proof that I successfully embraced failure. I was able to make a living out of whatever I do, sharing my knowledge. I was able to pay the bills, which is kind of says something about if you're successful or not. And the best thing was that my life was great. I was training, coaching, teaching people all over the Netherlands, and even across Europe, speaking. And people valued my lessons. I had so much fun. I had a great life. I'm happy. A lot of people don't dare to share their mistakes and failures. It's such a shame, because we have so much to learn from that. It's my personal mission to change that culture. Ladies and gentlemen, accept the facts. You will all make mistakes. You will all have failures in your life. Embrace the ups and downs. Share the valuable lessons. Thank you.